A long time ago, it was a prestigious academic institution, a place of learning where students possessed the kind of academic fervor and curiosity every teacher yearns for in their students. At the top of the most exceptionally intelligent class of this academically competitive school was Leo. Leo embodied the spirit of Eastern High School. Excelling in every subject, he had a reputation among the rest of the students as the best and brightest. He had a square face, thick glasses, and a helmet of dark curly hair with which he used to protect his superior intelligence. Joey, on the other hand, stood out a little bit. With his luscious locks of black hair and tendency to constantly try out new mustache styles as if trying to find the one that best fit, he had more luck attracting females than he did with any academic-related endeavor. He didn't excel in any way, shape, or form, and in fact achieved below average marks. The only book you would ever see his nose buried in was the Bible, the morals of which he preached, but did not abide by himself. Joey also had a peculiar bond with another student, and I call it a bond because to call it friendship would be to disregard the meaning of the word. This bond differed with those of other students at Eastern High School. Instead of engaging with most activities students engaged in with their free times, like going to movies, playing sports, or debating, Joey and his friend merely sat around and ranted. Well, in reality, it was Joey who ranted and his friend who listened. One day, Joey did something out of the ordinary Eastern High School behavior. When Leo earned an A+ on the latest English in-class essay and his peers, as usual, looked up to him with reverence, Joey ostensibly withheld any sign of admiration. In fact, he seemed to harbor a smirk of disgust. Joey brought this defiance of societal norms into every class he had. He blatantly disobeyed his teachers, disregarded his homework, and even showed the faintest bit of delight with his dropping grade point average. Of course, such insolence against the school's long-held values and beliefs bewildered his peers. They wondered, how could somebody be so negligent about something so important? Yet Joey nevertheless was able to instill a change in beliefs in Eastern High School, largely due to his oratory skills. "My fellow students," he preached, "we are the generation of tomorrow. Why are we wasting our times on this useless activities? Which one of us can truly, in their hearts, say that they want to go to college, to waste our lives away, following the formula our parents have dictated to us since the age of 5, day in and day out, going home studying, going to school studying? Let us be liberated from the oppression of our parents," Joey preached. As time progressed, more and more students followed Joey's example. Each one of them developed a similar bond to Joey with that of Joey and his other friend. Together, they formed a new posse, with Joey as its president, of course, and dubbed themselves Liberation for Our School, or LibFOS. LibFOS became a prestigious academic institution to which application was only granted following a rigorous application process. To be even considered for admission, students had to have a maximum 2.3 GPA, 1100 SAT score, and no more than 2 extracurricular clubs or activities. Once accepted, and the admission rate dropped exponentially within the first few months, students were required to systematically demean any classmates who insisted on holding true to the academic policies, as they truly ruined any hope for liberation. One student, with his insistence on academic achievement, particularly unnerved LibFOS. This student was Leo. Leo maintained his 4.0 GPA. He kept getting A+ on every English in-class essay, and he even handed in his extended essay 2 months before the deadline. LibFOS was fundamentally offended with this behavior. In fact, they were more than offended. They were outraged. "How dare he usurp our wholehearted efforts to liberate our peers," Joey preached. "While we strive for freedom, Leo chains us down." The rage against Leo and all academic students became bigger and bigger, increasing, until one night the universal fury could be bottled up no more and was in turn unleashed in one fiery storm of rage against the sole victim, Leo. Joey, along with all the other members of LibFOS, stormed over to Leo's house. They broke through his front door, ran up the stairs and into his room. They dragged him out of bed, thrust him to the floor, and mauled him with the fury of deranged animals. They pounced on him and pummeled him and crushed his neck and face. They pounded on his chest, his ribs, his stomach. They beat and beat and beat and beat until not an inch of his body remained unbruised, until his pleas for mercy could be heard no more. Leo lay on the floor of his room, bloodied and battered. What happened to Leo after that, nobody knows. But he did not return to Eastern High School. And thus, Joey showed the whole school the fate of those who did not comply with his rules. Of course, there were those who held true to their ways, unswayed by Joey's extravagant speeches and methods of intimidation, but these students were few and kept to themselves, existing below the surface of the visible student body. As for everyone else, they conformed. The school that was once known throughout the region as an institution fostering academic excellence instead became one of intimidation and fear. Students conformed to Joey's demands for fear of crossing this ruthless leader. No longer did any belief in academics, any hopes, any dreams, any aspirations exist among Eastern High School's student body. Joseph Stalin was the only one they believed in. Thank you.